Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today, due to popular demand, I'm going to be taking a look at the Kickstarter for CollectorVision's Phoenix, an FPGA-based ColecoVision system. And I do have a lot to say about this and Kickstarter in general. So first things first, we do got to take a look at this video. I find some things interesting, I find some things odd, but let's take a look and comment on it a little bit. CollectorVision games, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them in a moment. New ColecoVision compatible console coming soon. What? That's right, new. I mean, okay way to start the video, you know, showcasing that, hey, we got a new system coming. Showing these old school ColecoVision games, and there it is. The Phoenix. Plays all your classic ColecoVision cartridges. What? Some of these games seem pretty neat. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a ColecoVision fan. It's not that I'm a fan because I'm not a fan because I don't like ColecoVision. It's just I've never really been exposed to it. But it does look like there's some sweet games for the system. You can play Super Game Module games. It's kind of redundant. Super Game Module games. HDMI output, that's a must for sure, but I know some people will be like, man, they need to have analog output. A graphics chip, an updated graphics chip. Okay. Showing some improvements besides just, you know, hey, we got a new system. Worldwide compatibility and loading ROMs via SD card. That is huge. Definitely a big thing. 9-pin controller supports Sega Genesis, all the 9-pin stuff.
Rant from CollectorVision Games.
And here we go with this guy.
Some information on CollectorVision Phoenix, a new ColecoVision compatible.
Now it's nice that he's actually showing the system, and that is a huge thing for Kickstarter. Being able to show the thing and show it in action definitely garners interest. Now, with the video and I don't know, this part could have been done a little more professionally, but I'm not going to complain.
ColecoVision came out in the summer of 1982 and sold over 2 million units. Although it was fairly short-lived, it is very alive today and has a strong homebrew community.
Big homebrew community for sure. They make games for it.
For the past 10 years.
Yep.
And we realize that the original 1982 equipment is fairly unreliable. It's not really.
So that's another good thing I give them credit for in this video. Even though we're 2 minutes in, that's okay, but giving you the reason why this project exists, essentially saying, hey, the original hardware is not reliable, it's very old, you know, there's not really any other options to play your games in a reliable fashion on your modern TVs, so that's why this project came to be. Makes sense, and definitely a good thing to talk about.
There's never been a modern HDMI ColecoVision compatible system released, and that is why we have developed the CollectorVision Phoenix.
These jump cuts, though, I mean, I'm not trying to roast this guy or roast the Kickstarter at all, but if you're looking into making a Kickstarter, try to be a little more, I don't know, I don't want to say professional, because the guy's giving good information. I mean, I'm not going to lie, but maybe script it out and do it in 1 or 2 takes and put it together. This, every like sentence or 2 sentences he speaks is a jump cut. And you just see him shifting around, and it's a little distracting, but he still gets his point across.
Where we have a working prototype, and we need your help to get us across the finish line.
Jump cut.
As you can
Told
imagine,
you.
Creating a new game console can get quite expensive, considering the hardware, manufacturing, molding, development, etc.
So pretty much giving you the reason why they're going to Kickstarter, that, hey, it is a very expensive endeavor to put something like this together. So to be able to produce it, especially if you're not a huge company with a ton of, you know, cash flow, then okay, crowdfunding makes sense.
CollectorVision Phoenix is a ColecoVision compatible console that will play original 1980s ColecoVision cartridges.
Jump cut. Oh my
also
god.
Play newer homebrew games either from a cartridge or loaded on an SD card, including Super Game Module games. The console comes preloaded with 10 CollectorVision games.
Oh, nice.
As well as an exclusive pack-in title, Sydney Hunter. And
That's nice that they're putting their games on there as a bundle. That's pretty cool.
The console features a new graphics chip which can visually enhance the look and feel of the console and easily hooks up to your TV via HDMI. Our goal is simple: to breathe new life back in the ColecoVision system. and we greatly appreciate your support in helping us make this happen.
Jump cut.
Now, let me show you this system in action. The first game I'm
Nice that he's showing it in action. That's a huge thing for sure. Show the system in action, show it working, that it's an actual working device. And off camera. That's, yeah, sure, I can critique that this video's not the most polished looking video, but he put everything in this video that people would want to see, in my opinion. So that is definitely a good thing. Showing off-camera footage of the unit, inserting a cartridge into it, controllers inserted, plugged into your TV, boom, he's playing the game. It's a legit, real product. He goes into more. He's going to show the inside of it as well, but definitely that's the way to do a Kickstarter. Show the product, show everything you got going on, show how it works, and explain, we need the funding to get this together.
Demonstrate loading games off the SD card.
That's nice, showing the games being loaded from SD. That's a big thing because, not a lot of people are going to be having a ton of cartridges. So to be able to load this on an FPGA-based system through SD card and having that nuanced gameplay where it's emulating the hardware. It's not emulating the games. So it's going to be as true as possible to playing on original hardware. Definitely a cool thing. He just kind of demonstrates these games a little bit.
The next game I'm going to show you is a Super Game Module game, Warp and Work.
Super Game Module games, I'm assuming they're just better graphics or something. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about this system. But you can already tell. Yeah, it looks, the intro is a little more detailed and flashy, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look up what the hell a Super Game Module game is. And he's using a Super Nintendo controller, so you can plug in a Super Nintendo controller. Only one port, though. So, only one Super Nintendo controller.
Cartridge.
Wait, what was this one? I shouldn't be skipping ahead too much if I don't know what the hell's going on here. Hold on.
The CollectorVision Phoenix is also compatible with the Atari Max Ultimate SD cartridge.
Oh, so it's a flash cart, essentially. That's a good thing. Flash carts work. What? Take note, Polymega. Two different devices, though. That's all emulation-based now, anyway. I don't know what that game is, but it looks kind of interesting.
So if you have any other questions, feel free to email me at brian@collectorvision.com. Also check out our website, collectorvision.com. Thanks.
Cool. So there you go. Maybe not the best video, as far as production quality, but definitely presented a lot of information people would want to know and see, showing the inside of the product. Obviously, it had like a 3D printed shell. I'm sure the final version's not going to be like that, but showing the prototype stuff is definitely cool. He does have a nice little gallery here with the board and everything. So definitely, I think you can appreciate that. Let's go back to the main page. So, in this Kickstarter, we do have several options. You could pay $65 and just buy Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death complete in box. Has very little to do with this actual Kickstarter, in my opinion. But hey, it's another way to try to get rid of some product, right? $200, you just get the system and a loose copy of the game. $209, you get the same thing as pretty much above, plus a Super Nintendo controller. For an extra $10, and you're getting this, it might just be junk. I don't know. $225, the Phoenix system and a complete in box, Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. All right. $250, limited color edition. This includes the same rewards as the Phoenix Plus. Adds a limited edition Atom computer colored case and stickers. $300, early access system. This reward provides the Phoenix with early access. Your name will also be listed as supporter, blah, blah, blah. So you get early access to the system. Your name will be displayed, early access to purchase future expansions and adapters, choice of limited edition color case or original. $1,000. Holy crap. What are we looking at here? The ultimate CollectorVision Phoenix. This reward will provide one of the first 10 systems off the production line, signed by the CollectorVision team. I don't know what that's worth to anybody. To me, not $1,000, but whatever. Your name will be included in the settings. Wow. I mean, great. I get to see your name in the settings. You get 2 times VIP passes and have a meet and greet with the CollectorVision team at Game On Expo 2019. You have to pay for your own travel and lodging. So essentially, you get a special meet and greet with these guys if you're going to the Game On Expo. Whatever. I mean, to me, I don't see the value in any of that stuff. Then you get all the early access benefits as well. So let's take a quick look at this. Special features, F18A enhanced compatibility, $86 value. Officially licensed opcode SGM compatibility built-in, $100 value. Original style ports, original cartridge port, original style SNES controller port. You get 1 port on there. SD card firmware updating via the SD card slot, obviously. PS2 keyboard input, and the SEX 7264 Courtney wavetable sound generator is a new custom sound chip which can produce rich plurality of sounds with minimal intervention of the CPU. So I'm assuming that's a good thing, right? Then you're getting a bunch of games built in from them, their games, right? Armageddon, Tank Mission, Zombie, Nier, Light whatever racing. I can't even. Light Grid Racing, like Tron. All right. Chess Challenge. Oh, wow. Free chess. Sydney Hunter, Mecha 8, Supercar. Is that what that says? Super something. I can't even read this, man. And I'm like a foot away from my screen. What the hell? Quest for the Golden Chalice and Princess Quest. So cool. You get some built-in games. There's, some benefit to that. Expandability. The CollectorVision is an open source system, so it'll be able to be upgraded and expanded in the future using open source FPGA cores. So I would assume that at some point you'd be able to load other systems games on this thing. So to be possible to expand like the 2600, that's pretty cool. Cindy Hunter, okay, now they're just kind of relisting all the tiers here. Publicity tested, we've publicly tested, including at the Game On Expo. Pretty cool, so people got to play it. That's definitely a good thing. We know it's a legit product. There is no denying that. Just talking about the evolution of the device. We don't really need to read all of that. But I do see some value here with what they're doing. They do have a breakdown of where the money needs to go. So that transparency, I think, is definitely nice. And then some information on the people involved with this device, which is pretty cool. Now, I have a hard time looking at a Kickstarter without digging into previous Kickstarters that companies have done. And sure, different names, different people involved, but still the same company. When you look at this Kickstarter they did, the NES, SNES, Sydney Hunter, and the Caverns of Death, I don't think this was necessarily the smoothest Kickstarter. You still have a lot of people asking where the hell their game is at, that they're disappointed. Just 2 months ago, this guy still hadn't received it, and they were selling it on their website for a while now. That's always a bad thing when people who weren't part of the Kickstarter get access to your stuff before people in the Kickstarter receive their product. Definitely a bad thing that these people need to learn. Take care of the Kickstarter backers first, because that's why your project came to be. That's how it came to fruition, from the money from these people backing your project. So there's tons of information here you could read through. People were disappointed in the game. There were some graphics glitches. I reached out and asked about it, never got an answer. I'm a nobody, so who cares, right? But a lot of little issues here with certain things. Misrepresentation, late deliveries, things like that. So for me, I always look at that. Kickstarter, I have not backed a ton of projects, but as you can see here, I've backed the Retro Fighters, both of Retro Fighters projects, Full Quiet, the NES game, and the Dreamcade Replay. So out of those 4 Kickstarters, I've not had the best time, being honest with you. The Dreamcade replay, just a bunch of nonsense. We've covered that to death. If Dreamcade ever puts anything back up on Kickstarter, nope, I will not back you. Just not going to happen. The Retro Fighters Next Gen N64 controllers, very rocky from the beginning. A bunch of issues that I had found that other people weren't comfortable with, but it was rectified and they took care of the customer in the end. So it was not a great experience, but it morphed into an okay experience in the end. We got what we paid for. It just took a lot longer than expected to get, modified controllers. Full Quiet, that one I'm still waiting on. These guys, they've made some awesome NES games, and their biggest issue is communication. They don't communicate that often, so they're still a company I have faith in, and I'm positive I'll get my product from. But as far as a system goes, if any of these companies that I've backed, besides Dreamcade, Retro Fighters, if they put up another controller, I'm going to back them because I know they're going to deliver in the long run. And if there's an issue, they're going to take care of it. Full Quiet, they have a good track record as far as I could tell, and they put out quality products. I will back them if I'm interested. But a console, a system that costs a couple $100 or more, I am not down in it. I am not comfortable giving you my money for something that there is no guarantee I will ever receive, or that I will receive in the time frame that you list. So the Coleco or CollectorVision Phoenix is supposed to estimated delivery March 2019. That's what, 6 months away, less than 6 months away? Is it going to happen? I don't know, but I don't trust it. I don't trust anything the way it's listed. Actually, that's for the early access system. My bad. June is for the regular backers. So between March and June is when they should deliver. But like I said, I just don't trust those dates. Most of the time, these companies never deliver by when they say. So that's something you have to go into this with an understanding that, you know what? I'm putting my money down and I'm gambling. If you want this, and I think this is a very neat device, look at the track record and history of CollectorVision to make sure you're comfortable with them handling your money with what you will be getting. Is it a cool product? Hell yeah, it looks like a cool product. Is it something I want? Honestly, no, because I'm not into the ColecoVision. But if this was in stores or sold through Amazon and I was paying for it and then getting it, I would be a hell of a lot more comfortable and willing to say, you know what, I'm going to play with this thing. I'm going to get me some ColecoVision games. Yeah, is $200 a lot? For an FPGA-based system, I would say no. But at the same time, it just really depends. There's a lot of work going into this stuff. Some people may think it's overpriced. Some people may think it's fine. My thought is $200. Yeah, sure. I could always wish something's cheaper. $1 burrito at Taco Bell. I could be like, I wish this was 50 cents. So that price is really something you have to look at and decide, is the value added from what you're paying worth it? Is paying $200 to get this system that is an FPGA-based console that plays your ColecoVision games on your modern TV, is expandable, can use an SD card to load ROMs? Is that enough value for you for $200? For me, not worth the risk to gamble $200, but like I said, if it was available online to purchase where it's not a gamble, then I would really consider it. I'm not a fan of Kickstarter, not with these types of things, but I understand why it needs to be done for certain companies to be able to do things like this. This is a big project. It is a console launch for a relatively small company. But, from my understanding, they do have some money, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know the ins and outs of everything that they're doing here, but I just wanted you to be aware. These are my thoughts alone. Doesn't matter if you agree with me or don't. You could come up with your own conclusions and thoughts, but I just like looking at this kind of stuff because I love retro gaming and having options to play these games. So pretty neat device. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it in the future. I'll put links in the description if you want to peep this out. And yes, I put my damn ugly mug on this video today because I keep having people saying, why isn't your face on camera as much as it was before? It's just my setup, man. It's been kind of difficult to record certain things a certain way. But I commit, if you want to see this ugly ass face, I'll put it on camera for you, all right? So I really do appreciate you guys stopping and smash that like button. Make sweet ass love to that notification bell so you can be notified of every time I drop a video. That's the only way people get to watch my videos. You got to be notified, you know what I'm saying? So let's make it happen. Subscribe, do all that cool stuff. We're doing some crazy ass giveaways on Twitter. Follow me at Madlittlepixel on Twitter. We are giving away a PlayStation Classic. Check out the pinned tweet on my Twitter page. You know, I'm kind of fresh to Twitter, but hey, we're trying to get things rolling. So with that said, guys, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom!